Hi guys, today I'm gonna teach you how to make homemade bread. It's a very practical and simple recipe. It doesn't take long to prepare and gives us 4 pieces of bread like this one here. And the end result is very good. So let's get started. All that we need to prepare the bread, we need 7 ingredients. So we have 1 kilo of flour, 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 400 ml of milk. We need to warm up this milk after. 24 grams of yeast and half tablespoon of salt with 150 ml of oil. So I'm gonna pour the milk in order to warm up a bit. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna mix everything except the flour. So I'm gonna put the flour aside. I'm gonna mix everything in the blender. I'm gonna start with the milk. I'm gonna put the eggs. The oil, the sugar, the yeast, and finally the salt. So next step, I'm gonna put the flour in a bigger bowl so I can mix it in a better way. And I'm gonna pour all the other ingredients that were blended into the flour. I'm gonna use a spoon to mix a bit. Until when it gets a bit harder, so it's not gonna be possible to do it with a spoon anymore, and then we need to put the hands in the dough. Putting a bit of flour so the dough is not gonna stick to the table. the dough until we start listening to little bubbles bursting. I'm greasing the pan right now. I like to put oil and also sprinkle some flour on top of it. So this way I'm sure that the bread is not gonna stick to the pan. Now it's time to shape the loaves of bread. My idea here is to make 4 of them. Next step is to let it rise. I usually use the bread proof function of my stove, but you can use just a cloth on top of the pan and keep it in a warm place. I usually keep it there for about 2 hours, but it's according to the size of the bread. You may look and see if it's already grown enough. You may decide to proceed to the next step. Finally, time to bake the bread. So I usually use 180 degrees or 350 Fahrenheit, and I keep it there for 25 minutes, depending on the color and the consistency of the bread. Once the bread is ready, you can let it stand for some minutes to cool down, and remaining portions you may want to freeze it, so you can just use a plastic and wrap it around, and that's it. Bon appetit!